Testing, 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 testing. Welcome. My name is Ayana from Ayana L Wellness, and we're gonna do a quick flow. This is my first time recording in a very long time, so I don't know how it's gonna go. We're just gonna see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though doing voiceovers is a little bit it's not great for me because my inspiration and my creativity and my commentary typically come as I'm moving my body. I think things just get released, right? Cool. So we're going to start on our backs. Starting on our backs, bending our knees, placing both feet on the ground. Our feet are about hip distance, which means if you take your feet off the ground and you kind of kick around, that's where they fall, right? They're not close together, about hip distance. Placing one palm on the belly, one palm on the heart, making sure the shoulders are away from the ears, eyes are closed. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Long exhale through mouth. Relaxing the face. Softening the body. Breathing in and out. While you're here on your mat, acknowledging what brought you here today, acknowledging how you're feeling, maybe how you want to feel once you roll your mat up and move on with your day. Just like, where are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you and where you want to be? Soft face. When we actually place our hands on our bodies, we can physically feel the inhales and the exhales as our hands move up and down. Breathing and noticing and breathing. Moving into a 3-part breath now. Starting to fill up the lungs by expanding the belly. Allowing the hand to raise and to rise, and then filling up the chest. Hand rises. Throat and the exhale to release that in the same order. The chest goes down, hand goes down, belly goes down, hand goes down. 3-part breath, the belly expands, chest expands, neck or throat gets wide, energetically, of course. And then releasing that, chest decompresses, belly compresses, everything goes back down. Filling, filling, filling. Releasing, releasing, releasing. Taking a few more rounds of 3-part breath by yourself. Again, maybe the eyes are closed. Maybe they stay soft and heavy, looking up towards the sky, ceiling. Nice, nice. Let's take the arms up over the head, reaching them nice and wide. Feet are still planting, knees up to the sky still, keeping the feet super wide now, maybe inching them out to the outsides of the mat. Perhaps they're still on the mat, or maybe they're off the mat. And then starting to knock the knees from side to side, windshield wiping them, allowing them to fall. Keeping the heels planted, the soles of the feet planted, going side to side. Good. If you need a little bit more expansion, maybe the arms come out like a T, palms facing up to really receive as we move through the hips, cementing tailbone to the earth. The next time the knees come to the right side, let's pause just like this. Again, this top knee, the left knee, gets a little heavier, opening up the hip flexors. Maybe our gaze comes to our left hand. Hey! To our left hand. We're breathing here, relaxing the shoulders. What are you holding on to? What are you not allowing to soften, right? You would need a little bit more. Maybe the right ankle slides on top of the left knee for some more stretch, we'll say, sensation. If there is any pain, discomfort, sharpness, please remove that ankle and just keep it back on the ground, right? But if that felt good and you felt like you can do that, go ahead and do that. Everything is a suggestion, not only in yoga, but in life, right? We are autonomous beings. We have a choice. We will always have a choice. Good. If that ankle is not on the knee, let's put it there for 3 seconds so that we can plant this left foot on the ground, keeping this same foot formation in our figure 4 or reclined pigeon. Keeping the left hand right on the thigh and the right hand on the inside of the knee, just gently pressing it away from our faces, from our bodies, opening up this right hip, the outside of the hip, yeah. You need a little bit more, perhaps floating the left foot off the ground, interlacing the fingers behind the left hamstring or the back of the leg, keeping the head, neck, shoulders still on the ground, nice and heavy, but this right knee is out to the side. Feeling the sensation. If this feels good, we keep this here. Maybe we slide the fingers to the outside on top of the shin. Again, pressing tailbone, spine into the earth. Keeping the same leg formation here. Breathing. Allowing our glutes to stretch. One more breath. Good. Keeping the legs exactly where they are, no matter if the foot is planted or floating in the air. Let's slide this right foot all the way across, holding onto our right foot with our left hand, right? And if this feels okay, perhaps taking the right hand and the left foot together, kind of like a handlebars, right? Depending on our body shapes and our body types, this might not feel the greatest. So we modify by sliding the legs a little bit apart from each other and maybe just holding on to a shin or the front of the knee, or maybe we're here. Maybe everything is grounded, so this left foot is on the ground, and maybe we're here. What I'm looking for is an outer hip stretch on the right side. So we're figuring out what makes the most sense. The knees are close. We're no longer separated with the knees. They are close. And we're breathing. So all that to say, you figure it out. Okay? Figure it out. Breathing in and out. All right. No matter if you're up in the air or if your feet are planted, keeping the legs exactly where they are, arms back out like a T. Let's shift the hips to the right side. Take everything over to the left for a twist. Again, our legs are together. They're twisted. If this is too much because the hip, there's weight here. The hip is angry about that. We can take this off and just stack the knees on the left side. Again, gazing up to the sky, up to the ceiling. If we liked that weight with the knees together and the legs twisted, We can do that. Twisted root, relaxing the face, relaxing the chest, breathing in and out. Good. Let's uncross the knees if they are crossed, taking the knees up and over. Knees on top of chest, hugging them in tight, rocking side to side. Good. Let's plant the feet down. Again, hip distance, arms back out like a T, taking a few windshield wipers from side to side, just recalibrating the spine and making sure that we are, our spine is good. Pulling up pants if necessary. The next time the knees come to the left side, let's pause there. Again, pausing with the knees to the left, gazing to the right, seeing how that feels first. Checking in to see if we need a little bit more sensation, taking the left ankle on top of the right knee if necessary. Feeling that weight. This feels good. We leave it. If it feels a little bit spicier than we prefer, then we take the ankle off. Allowing the body to be heavy, the face to be heavy, breathing in and out. Good. Let's take that ankle back to the knee. Just for a second to take everything up back to our figure 4. Left ankle on top of right knee. Right hand is on our thigh. Left hand is to the inside of the knee. And we're just gently pressing the knee away. Seeing how that feels. We need a little bit more. Floating the right foot off the ground. Again, interlacing fingers behind the hamstring, the back of the leg on the right side, or on top of the shin on the right side to bring everything closer to the body. Head, neck, shoulders on the ground. Left knee is out to the side, and any variation of this is perfectly okay, and everything might not be the same on each side, right? Our bodies are very different on both sides. They react differently, they feel differently, so we want to make sure that we're honoring both sides equally, and equally might not be actually equal. Follow me, right? So, my equal is injuries on my left side might prevent me from doing things on my right side. And that's equal in that sense. Okay? Lots of information. Cool. So we're here. Wherever we are, we're sliding this left foot all the way across. Again, we're holding our right hand and our left ankle if that feels good for this outer left glute stretch here. Perhaps we're holding both for handlebars and bringing the knees in close, feet out to the side. We're pulling everything in. Anywhere in between, maybe releasing that and just keeping the legs crossed-ish, depending on how we feel, right? Again, honoring your body. What I don't want is this knee all the way out to the side. I want it to be more closer to midline, so that we can feel that outer glute stretch. This is what we're looking for. Breathing in and out. Relaxing the face. Taking another 2 deep inhales and exhales. Perfect. Releasing our hands, keeping our legs exactly the same, arms out to the side, hips go left, knees fall to the right. We're back in that twist. Again, if this twist feels awesome like this, cool. There's a lot of twisting going on, like there's a lot of weight and pressure going on with the legs for more of a stretch. If that's too much, we untwist the legs, stacking the knees onto the right side, gazing to the left hand, back for a twist. Good. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face. Every time I say to relax the shoulders and the face, that means that I can already feel myself getting tight and to just like holding on to that energy. And I'm reminding myself, I'm reminding you. You're welcome. Cool. Okay, let's take our knees to our chest. Hug them in tight. Rock from side to side on our lower back. On our tailbone, massage lower back. And then perhaps rocks front to back on the length of the spine to get a little bit of momentum here. Maybe letting out a shriek, whee, or any other type of expression. Yeah. And sitting all the way up. Keeping our feet hip distance again. If we were to kick our legs, they'd fall right underneath in line with our thighs. Let's take our hands behind our tushies, fingertips pointing towards the tush, extending the chest, pressing into the heel of the hand. If possible, maybe even sliding the hands closer to the tush for a little bit more wrist accessibility. Wrist can be a tricky thing. We use our wrists a lot, texting and typing and all the things, but wrists can be kind of tricky. So be gentle with them. If this is too much, flipping the fingertips pointing away from you is also an option, as long as the chest can open. So really squeezing shoulder blades together, lifting chest and throat up towards the ceiling, either this way or perhaps this way, right? Either way, back body is contracting as the front body is expanding. Gaze goes up. We lift, we lift, we lift. Ooh, and because we don't like that, because that's not how we live our lives, let's crunch all the way in, holding the knees into the chest, chin to chest, maybe rocking side to side, allowing the spine to round, because that's okay. Rocking side to side, good. This time, let's scooch back so that we can extend both legs long on the mat, perhaps moving the good parts away, I like to say, and leaving the bonier parts there, men and women, and others, right? Anybody. Sitting up super tall, fingertips pointing towards the toes, hands right at the hips. Naturally, the elbows are probably bent as we sit up super tall. Let's straighten the elbows, maybe even taking some weight into the hands, lifting the chest one more time, getting super tall, dandasana, staff pose. Toes are curling towards the face. Super tall, ooh-wee, and then relaxing that down, allowing the weight to come back into the tush, to the body. Starting to walk the hands towards the toesies. Crown of the head is extending towards the toes, chin to chest. We're folding over, and folding can mean this. I always like to say in my classes, folding can mean this, right? This is a fold. And that's maybe what we got right now, and that is perfectly okay. If we're able to fold a little bit more, then we explore that and we see how that feels. And yesterday's fold, right, isn't today's fold. So if you were able to do one way at one point and not anymore, that's okay. It's okay. It's called your body, you know what I'm saying? So the crown of the head extends towards the toesies. We fold Maybe we hold the outside of the feet. Maybe we take peace fingers around big toes, chin to chest in Paschimottanasana, allowing the backs of the legs to get heavy on the ground. If all of this is witchcraft, maybe bending the knees and still folding, we'll take it that is still a fold, yeah? You know, whatever we can do to allow lower back to stretch, spine to stretch, and ultimately the backs of the legs. Tight hamstrings, that's an American thing as well. that is a thing as a result of sitting too much, not stretching. So it's normal. And we move. So we're breathing here. Ooh wee. Good. Wherever you are, taking the chin to the chest and slowly rolling up to a big, proud seat. Again, sliding the hands parallel to the hips. Extending the elbows one more time, lifting the chest. Maybe this time lifting the gaze and opening the throat towards the ceiling. Getting super tall. And releasing all that. Keeping head stacked on top of shoulders. Let's inch towards the top of the mat. Maybe the heels hang off just a little bit. Palms facing each other. Arms all the way straight. Slowly curling down. Really embracing the C shape with the spine. Taking the chin to the chest as we drag the heels on the earth. Slowly lying all the way down. Taking our time. Perhaps pausing at the very last second. Feeling that burn. Feeling that crunch. And then releasing down to the mat, pausing here. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. Last thing, bending both knees, placing the feet on the ground. Let's take the arms out to the side, or perhaps they're bent at the elbows in goalpost formation here. We're going to butterfly the knees open, taking the soles of the feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose, and keeping the chest up towards the ceiling, knees out to the side, and allowing gravity to do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Like, gravity will win every single time. Gravity doesn't care who you are, right? Gravity doesn't care what you got in your bank account, okay? Gravity's like, let me get that. Let me get it. Gravity. So we're just going to allow whatever happens to happen and trying to release that control. Bound angle Supta Baddha is a great practice in releasing of control. Because the more that we fight to keep the legs up, the more little baby muscles are working that get tired, and they're like, you know, this is great and all, but like, I'm tired. I don't like any of this. So it's almost easier to just let everything fall and to open and to be, right? Breathing in and out. Might feel a little uncomfortable for a few breaths, but it's good for you. If it's too uncomfortable, if there are sharp pains, or it's too much, extending the legs is perfectly okay. We tried, and that's all that matters, right? Taking 4 deep inhales and exhales. 2. 3. and 4. Staying right here, or perhaps extending both legs long and coming back to placing one palm on the belly, one palm on the heart. Again, you can stay with the knees butterflied open or just coming with the legs long and extended. Shoulders, again, are away from the ears. We're breathing in and out. Taking as much time as you need right here. And this is where I will leave you. I believe in the longest Shavasanas possible. I believe in not disturbing a sound Shavasana, corpse pose. So we'll leave you here. And I want to tell you that thank you for joining me. The light within me acknowledges and respects the light within you. And I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you.